Right. Looks like we're streaming. Well, hello friends. So, in today's video, can I see myself in the video? Yes, I can see. So in today's video, we're gonna be looking at the Freebsd. So today we are gonna be set up a Freebsd environment. So I'm gonna go there. Alright, so I wanna open the chat in the pop-out section. So let's go here. How could I drop this? Yeah, sure. This could be work. So I could just look the chat from here. Maybe we could just put this into here, and yeah, the chat could be in there. So as you may know that I'm using Linux for nearly 5 years now, and I think that FreeBSD a good operating system. I mean, I looked at its source code. Let's see. We actually looked at it. We saw the source code of FreeBSD, but let me show you again. FreeBSD source code. So in here, it's actually very good written, and I think we can try out what's going on in FreeBSD. It's actually really using by a lot of companies, just like the Netflix. Probably we could go there. Busiest website in the world. So who uses the testimonial companies? So I guess I gotta install first Dirt Reader Firefox. Let's install first. Alright, let's go. So a lot of companies are actually using it. Also, the macOS based on FreeBSD. This is actually just misconception. Are directly descended from FreeBSD. So it's not, but it's completely different. I thought that it was. So it's not, but it's just like probably Linux and Android. So it may be based on. So this macOS kernel derived from FreeBSD or any kind of BSD. Good question. GNU. X is not Unix. GNU is a hybrid kernel originally developed by Next and X adapted by macOS. So the Mac kernel provides low level. So it has a BSD kernel. So yes, it's partly derived from FreeBSD, but not based on, but partly derived from FreeBSD. So, does anybody watching? No. One concurrent drivers, and that's me. Alright. So I downloaded the ISO. So if you go there again in the FreeBSD, let's look at the source code first. So I'm gonna go up in RISC-V always. We gotta go into the system probably. We got something in here. Let's look at that. So what do we have? We have linker malloc. So we're in. Where are we? We got in the source code and sys malloc.h. So what do we have in here? Is that so type headers for malloc, I guess. Yeah, it's a memory allocation. So let's look at it back again. So I don't really know much about writing large systems, but I think that it's well written, of course, the OpenBSD. And if you look at a table, so in Discord we got a table. Let's look at Discord first. And actually, just maybe not just Discord. Let's look at it. Open backdoors in kernels. So in kernels comparison. Last comparison by security. There was a list for that. Probably in here, in the Temple OS. And this section, actually, someone actually talked about that. So I talked about with that, guys. Yeah, here's the CVI vulnerabilities by operating system. So what is CVI first? Let's look at that. What is CVI? Hello, Sam. Hi. So we're looking at the FreeBSD today. We're gonna set up it. We're gonna set up GNOME or any kind of the X or maybe Wayland environment, desktop environment, and we're trying to use it in our latest video. And I'm gonna record a video about can you use FreeBSD as your daily operating system. We're gonna be looking at that. So it's an exposure, yeah. So let's look at the chart over here, and as you might see, well, Windows isn't here, but Red Hat Linux has a lot, just like the Windows, because a lot of servers are running in there, and we are actually seeing that data. So the hackers try and exploit these data. So the Android is a third. Debian has a lot, larger than I expected. macOS has less. The Windows server is actually okay. I mean, they're getting a lot of security patches by Microsoft, but as you might see, the OpenSUSE are quite good at security, even though it's based on Linux. So this OpenSUSE, Debian, and Red Hat Linux is actually both Linux, but they have some different patches of security, I think so. And here's the FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and NetBSD. A lot of people might say that nobody's using that operating systems, and it's okay to be. They don't have a lot of exposures, but at the result, it can be work. You could also run this server on Red Hat Linux and FreeBSD as well, because it's both Unix-like, and you can probably 95% compile your server into FreeBSD or OpenBSD as well. I don't know OpenBSD or NetBSD, but FreeBSD will be okay. So here's a high risk chance, and it's also the same. FreeBSD and OpenBSD, all the BSDs are more secure. We could see that. So is somebody watching me? Yeah, we got free views. So everybody just left. It's okay. So it's good. Yeah, let's try it out. I like it. I mean, I don't think that Linux is going somewhere good. We're gonna talk about it. We can read what's wrong with Linux kernel, but I think that after the version 6 of the Linux, it just got bad. So I downloaded it. So let's go to Virtual Machine Manager. Yeah, man. Create a new one. How could you download? Well, let's go in there first. Freebsd.org. We're going to freebsd.org and click download, and we have the installer section and different architectures. It has support of a lot of features. Also, I can talk about it that. So, why you should use? Let me open it. Why you should use FreeBSD is that Linux is just a kernel, so we are using GNU Linux. But FreeBSD not is just a kernel; it's an operating system. So it has its own package management system. It has its own service manager. Linux doesn't have that. And you know, when you release an application in Linux, you have to package into the deb or Arch or maybe Void Linux. But in FreeBSD, it's not. It's all written by the same and central FreeBSD foundation. So it's a whole supportive operating system. That's why I want to use FreeBSD. I got sick of it. I got sick of it. I don't like the terminology of Linux. I don't like it. Yeah, never mind. So we are going to the installer, and I downloaded the boot only ISO. I already downloaded it, so you could download just like that. And let's open a virtual machine. So we are gonna locally install a media, ISO image or CD-ROM, and we're gonna select the media in here. So we're gonna add some pool, home, muni, ISOs, and finish. And here, choose the volume. And none of selected. Choose that the FreeBSD generic. Oh, we don't have FreeBSD. I think so. We have BSD. We have some kind of BSD, but I think we could run OpenBSD here. It's probably gonna be work. The emulator may not have search permissions for the path. Okay, so we have actually. Choose the memory and CPU settings. So I'm just gonna set into the 4 gigs and maybe 6 and 2 CPUs. And we're gonna create some disk space. 40 gigs be enough. And FreeBSD. Right. Virtual network is not active. Yes. A sec. Activate it, and it works. So, what do we have in here? Is that it automatically boots. It has its own boot manager. We could be look at it into the later videos or later screens. So it opened. Welcome to FreeBSD. Would you like to?
Yes.
Welcome to FreeBSD. Would you like to begin an installation or use the live system? So here's my girlfriend. Yeah. Hello? Alright.
Hello.
So we could enter into the shell or the live system or install, but we're just gonna install in this section. We could test it, but I think nobody's watching it. Oh wait. I have something good choose. Yeah. So, is somebody watching me? No. That's okay. Alright, please and host name. So we're just saying FreeBSD. And we have with components to install. So we have base system for debugging. I could enable that because I want to debug actually what's going on in FreeBSD, maybe imports. We could install later. So we have kernel for debugging. We have 32-bit compatibility libraries and the other libraries. We got ports tree. We could install it, system source free, and test it. We don't have to install this. Some installation for not found on the boot volume. Right, we are just going to use the virtual networking adapter, and it actually automatically set up the D8CP. So this installer actually kind of works fine. We are not going to use IPv6. ZFS with less 8 gigs of RAM. Right, I guess we have less memory than that on guided UFS, manual or auto, ZFS or UFS. Oh, what happened? Oh my god, what is happening? boot. Right, we are in, but I guess I just alt tapped and now we're got back in there. So let's see, FreeBSD installer in shell. How to install manual by shell. So we're exit, but we could restart, I think so. So we can reboot it. And let's go there, UFS and ZFS. Your system beautiful, man, so I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT for that. Guess it's not running. No bootable devices. Just reboot it. Oh, that was the start, I think so. Let's close it. Shut down. Force off, yes. And open it again. No bootable device. I don't know what's going on. So no Snapchat selected. Let's see. We have virtual disk, dark kernel boot, kernel path. So we could choose FreeBSD by that, and let's apply it. So let's go into there and reboot it again. Does not reboot. Let's force off and let's run it. No bootable device. Booting from hard disk. It's okay. Let's go back in there. So we gotta force shutdown. Let's go to settings. So we are actually set it up. So where is the add a hardware as serial console channel graphic sound start. We can select CD-ROM device and it's just USB. Boot manager, select ISO to boot. You may find boxes if you're not talking about using now. We could actually install from, I think so, the CD-ROM, the boot options. So we have boot options. Let's go in there. So we have virtual disk one, and the advanced options are not really well. So alright, we could set the CD-ROM first, and it should be work right now. Yes, we're done it, guys. So let's go to boot installer again. We're going to boot installer. So we could just ask. No, not Logan. Somebody watching me? No. That's great. Season. Let's go back again to their test section. Continue with key. Host name is FreeBSD, and we're gonna select the ports and the system source tree. We're not gonna choose IPv6. UFS or ZFS. UFS or ZFS, and FreeBSD install. What to choose? And 6 gigabytes of RAM. So ZFS is modern and feature-rich file system with snapshots, data integrity, rate management. It's memory hungry. It uses RAM for caching ARC and metadata management. So it's modern, probably fast, but needs a lot of RAM. But UFX is just Unix file system. It's stable. But it has less features. So we're just gonna use the UFS, and I will choose the UFS. You could choose UFS if you're not running on any server or any, not personal but important data. If you have important data as a personal computer, you could choose it. I don't have a lot. It's both you can choose. But if you have more than 6 gigabytes of RAM, you could also choose ZFS, right? So we're just gonna use the entire disk, or we could partition it, but I'm just gonna use the entire disk, and we can look about the partitioning by default after that. So we're just gonna use GPT or APM, BSD labels, Apple partition map, BSD labels. What is BSD labels? Bootable on MUXT 886 API. So API is the only choose in GPT and Power Apple. Alright, we're just gonna use normal MBR, the classic way. So it actually shows us that we are just gonna use 1.5 gigabytes of FreeBSD swap and probably half memory of bootable and the FreeBSD UFS. So your changes will not be written to the disk. I will commit it. We could choose the GODNS, HTTP or FTP. HTTP or for FreeBSD package management. So it has its own packages by FreeBSD by itself. It's full operating system. It's not just a kernel. So it's really not. We are not able to compare this. Shouldn't compare this probably with our people. It's default, faster, it's legacy, alright. Could just used HTTP. So it's downloading with TXZ as a tar file probably, and so it's kind of code. It installs the base and kernel debug, lib32 ports and SRC. It's gonna take a while, I think so, because we are downloading a lot. We are downloading a lot of stuff, and it first installs it. It fetches first. But the base system is not a lot, and it's a full operating system. And boot only is just about 400. So let's look at a base. How much is that? Let's go back, and we have this, and what do we have in here as the maybe not just the installation section. The kernel is kind of small, as you might see. It's downloading really fast. Yeah, my accent is kind of changing a lot, but nobody's watching this video. It's okay. Got 24 minutes. Oh, nobody's watching this. but I'll do it. I'll get it. So it's downloading. Let's look at the base. Freebsd base download. So what do we have in here? So in here, yeah, here's the latest version. So we have kernel about 48 megabytes. It's a lot smaller than Linux. Linux kernel size. The smallest can be that, but I don't know. 1.5 gigabytes. It could be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in 2008, Linux has the same as FreeBSD, so you could say that it's big, but big stuff is what you get is less. A genius admires simplicity. A stupid admires complexity. We don't like it because when we have a lot of jobs and when it's really secure things to do, you will need a small kernel. Let the other services does the job. It's simple. So what about the other parts? So we have ports. Ports also has 50 gigs. How about the base? The base has 200. So the whole system probably just gonna be take 1 gigabyte of disk space to run, and that's good. We could see that what's in the tests. It's just kernel test, I think so. All right. What is the root password? I'm typing it. Mismatch. Right. Select a region. I'm living in Istanbul, Turkey, so we're just gonna use it. Yeah, sure. Skip. Oh. Yeah, it's okay. Local caching, validation. What services we should use? Just NTP. All right. Secure shell daemon. We don't need that. Enable kernel crash dumps. We don't need it as well. Hide processes from running as users groups. I mean, it's just a virtual machine, so we're not gonna use it by daily, but it allows a lot of things. Clean TMP file system. I'm probably gonna choose a lot in there. So I'm gonna hide the processes a lot. Disable reading kernel message buffer and privileged. It has a lot of security features, and we could actually choose it. Yes. Excuse me a minute. Oops. Login group, which is vhil and sudo. Group vhil sudo vhil. Login group is vhil. Sudo. Alright, we don't need that. Login class default shell fsh home directory. Permissions, use password based authentication, use an M3 password, no. Use a random password, no. It has a lot of kill features, I think, so look out, they can after creation. No. Yes. No. And we could exit. Before exiting the install, would you like to open a shell? The new system? Nope. Let's review that. and we're probably gonna be yeah, so we're just shutting down our machine again and go to settings, and we're gonna select the virtual disk to the first one, and let's run it again. And we're gonna boot from the hard disk. So we have boot single user or multi-user. So we are gonna use actually a single user bed. Let's put it on multi users. I can't talk. I need to take some water first. It was a really busy day, so I can't really talk English a lot. As you might know that I'm Turkish, and English is my native language. Somebody's here. Let me see first. Is somebody watching us? No, it's okay. So let's go back in here, and we have a login screen. So let's go to full screen, and we're gonna log as Muna. So do we have sudo first? I'm gonna organize root. So I'm just first gonna be installed. Do we have vi? Yes. How about vim? No. Or bash? No. Alright. So let's go to the Freebsd documentation. So we got introduction, synopsis, into Freebsd basics. Yeah, we gotta go there. The chapter covers the basic commands or functions of the Unix-like operations. We already know that. It's just free. We got our PTYX, and we got a section single user mode. Changing console video modes. So we have some modes in there. Alright. Installing applications imports. FreeBSD bundle with a rich collection of system tools. Yeah, we know that. Do not require compilation time, so it's pre-compiled. That's good. So how could we search it? Ports portal. Getting started. Peachy. Hey Kiki. Alright. First, I guess we gotta use it. We gotta install it. Yes. We have to install the package manager first. So we installed it. So package help install. Package help install. PD install. How about queries? Quiet, verified addresses, yes. Alright. How about queries? So PKG updates. So do we have any updates? We don't have because we installed it. Repos, we have a lot of repos for that. Kernel modules, repositories, most latest. Right. Searching packages, pkg search nginx. This is fucking simple, and it's good. I like it, guys. Look at that. It's just pkg and a package, search, and whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to search. It's just simple, guys. Come on. This thing works in Arch Linux or will install. You could say that, oh, you gotta say that XPPS query dash R or something like that. I don't want to say search. That's how simple it is. Oh, it's just Schoology. No, it's not. pkg install. pkg search new. So it has NeoVim. That's a little bit outdated, but it does. So pkg install sudo vim neovim curl regat bash csh. It's gonna take a lot of space. Just csh. Yeah, sure. We don't need, or you know, how about just neovim instead of vim? Yeah, it's gonna be take the same, so we'll just stick with the neovim. Let's go with that. The new package, or install dependencies can be seen. That's good. So we could fetch and use it later. Obtain an info. Alright, just look at that. The PKG info and type whatever you want to see the info. It's just simple and perfect. It's good. So let's go into do as ESH. It works. We are gonna be do vsudo or so it's just vi. We don't want to do it. Neovim u-atc source. I don't have that file. Why? US or local 8c source. US or local 8c source. Yeah, let's go into there. And we're gonna be at the wheel section. So we could actually set that let's copy that line and Munia user and do everything. So let's go into there and exit again, or log out. Exit again, yes. Okay. So we are gonna go to Muna. We're gonna set our password. So we have a mail system embedded with the system itself. You could check it, but we are living in 21st century, so we don't probably have to do that. Man, here, right here. What's that? So it's a manual for nearly every directory. So we have devices, which I don't like this entropy. Let's add the entropy. ls entropy. Well, udef def random sudo cat dev. So it works, yeah. Somebody watching us? No. It's been nearly 40 minutes of the stream, and we're gonna install the X Windows system. So the X Windows system is here in here. So we need to set up a graphic driver first, and in here we are using the we have VirtualBox frame buffer, or I don't really know which one is that, because we are using the bridge manager, but I think so it's that. That's it. So it's probably gonna install by itself, so we don't have to use it. Let's look at that code. Since I didn't install the copy yet, so I guess we gotta install it later. Conf lv grep b3 display. So we have some display drivers, and it's Red Hat paravirtual, and I don't really know what's that. Let's search it. Red Hat. We don't have QXL. No. That's probably gonna be work. So let's go into the installing the Xorg server. So we're gonna install so pkg install Xorg, and there we go. What are we installing a lot? We're installing the whole Xorg server and then the Xorg package. Alright, it's a meta package. Yeah, it has a lot. It's probably gonna be installed the system, also the driver packages. So how could we do that? Well, I wanna look at it. I wanna look into the Xorg meta package contains and Freebsd and look up into video drivers if it's installing or not. So we have some info. Let's go to our pkg info dependencies Xorg. So we didn't installed yet. Alright, we first got it installed. It's probably could do it, but install drivers by default. Yeah, we're gonna look at it. So let's install it. Just package details, Xorg meta package Freebsd. What do we have in here? Yeah, we're looking at it. So it actually installs the LLVM. It also installs the phone Adobe and Python. So, and Lua and Xcolk. So you're installing everything for a desktop. So we have some phones, the installation section, and the graphic cards. The window managers are in here. I like OpenBox. That's good. So let's wait. It installs Perl, okay, TWM, it's a window manager that comes with X as default. It installs the Mesa, so the graphics are probably going to be work. It installs the Adobe phones, okay. So probably we could use the CLang. as the by default. It's a good thing. So also the Freebsd has their own glibc, FreeBSD libc. FreeBSD libc might slow than Linux. See the results. Alright, and installed. Although actually make your explicit about your benchmark. Yeah, okay, we could see it. I don't really know what's going on there. So we installed it, and let's look at how we could use an Xmod. So did we do that? Let's do this and this. Maybe where's that? Py code mode video and oh, what did I use? The sudo. Right. So graphics. Well, let's try .x. And what's going on? Alright, we have. I'm gonna go with the mouse. No, I can't work with my mouse for some reason. Oh, the mouse just got somewhere, so I can move the cursor, but we could type. For some reason, I couldn't run the mouse. It's probably related with me. Don't know the Kimu by myself, but it's working, guys. So sudo pkg install htop, and let's go there. Let's open the htop, and it actually works. It has a lot of clients because we're working probably on. There's something works behind this. Check out more. I also wanna can close it. Whoops. For some reason, can close or click the mouse button. Well, we're gonna find what's going on, and maybe we could just install the GNOME, the desktop environments. So I like GNOME. So let's see. Sudo package install x11. No, I like GNOME. It's gotta be installed a lot of stuff for us. So it has KDE, GNOME, XFCE, Mate, Cinnamon, and LXQt. So it has the main X11 packages. Also, it supports the Plasma 6. It was not, I think so, the Plasma 5. When was the Plasma 6 got released? Nobody's watching. Oh, somebody's, I think, watching. Right there. So, oh my god, it's been nearly 2 years. Yeah. Well, I could say it. The time passes. So we have some plasma 6.5, but I think the plasma is just I don't know. Their design choices are
This
not
is
good.
the all-new KDE Plasma 6.5, and this is one of the you don't have. If you don't have a drawing,
I mean,
what
the
is this?
design
When
is,
you
I
really
think
make
so,
this
it's
version,
not really looking good. This is my opinion. I mean, yeah. So it's downloading it. It's gonna be take a lot. Maybe I could do the rest in a later video to see what's gonna be on. Because it's gonna take a lot. Yeah. I'm just gonna close this. Can't close it. Right, I'm just gonna close the virtual machine because I think that we can't really work with virtual machines in here. I mean, we could do that, but I want to run in and try it on my own operating system. I mean, my own computer. So we'll be looking at that. So it's quite fun to looking at the Freebsd. So see you later. I think so. I will use that footage into my video, and we will record the other parts in Freebsd, and let's see, can we do our stuff in Freebsd. So thank you for watching this video or stream. Also, the 4 guy just dropped in, and I would like to say thank you to that, guys. See you later.